much detail, but I just got the idea since live and spur of the moment, right? Of the story of my first car. The reason I want to tell y'all this story because this is a story of patience, a story of consistency, taking care of your business, and not trusting the wrong people with your stuff because when it all come down to it, it's your fault because you gotta treat your stuff with care. So I was blessed. Rest in peace to my grandmother. My grandmother had putting some money to the side with me for me ever since I was like born, really. Like it was some cheese. And I stupidly cashed this money out when I could have saved it up. And I did some stupid stuff with this money around the time. It was around 2014. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't sit here and be like, I ain't know what Bitcoin was. I knew Bitcoin was out there. I heard of it. I didn't have personal knowledge of it, but yeah, like if I would have actually been really thinking and maybe a little bit more mature, I could be more up right now. But really, thanks to grandma, I ain't gonna have to worry about that. But so grandma, she put that money on me, and the reason why I really cashed it out because I graduated from high school and I was homeless at the time, so I really needed the money. So boom, I cashed that stuff out. I started working and stuff. Then it's like, oh, I get another job. Start making a little bit more money working for the police, working at the communication center back, I think I was like 1920. So I'm getting my bread up. I'm staying with my cousins, so I got money to build up. So I end up getting a whip. And I don't even know. I think I was just thinking about getting the whip. I seen somebody down the street that said like car for sale. It was some Spanish dudes. So the car was running good. The car was running good. 97 Geo Prism white. You know what I'm saying? Nothing special. Low grade speakers. I blew the speakers out probably like the second or third month of having a car, but it got me from where I needed to go. And the thing is, bruh, you have to take care of the things that you get, no matter how little or big these blessings are, because people, what I learned, and through not while this happened, but looking back at it, that people will value you or things of that you have more than you do because maybe they got a little bit more hustle than you. Maybe they just got, maybe they just a little selfish, so they know how to finesse things. Like it's a lot of things that come into play. So you got to be paying attention, and you got to look at things from a long term point of view, especially when it comes to a vehicle that you're using to get from where you need to go when you're in a situation like I was, where I'm staying with somebody, I need to pay rent. You know what I'm saying? Like I got responsibilities. I'm really needing to be saving money before, so I can find a spot of my own. But we'll get to stories like that because I actually like this. I like this. I like this. So I get the car and I start hanging out with people that were in the area, friends of family. So they became my friends. They was cool. We kind of both needed each other at the time. A gentleman was a salesman. Now, shout out to this gentleman. I do not fool with this gentleman, but shout out to him. I ain't got no smoke. And we used to, help each other. I had the whip. What you already know what's going on. I had the whip. So, we doing that, and let me tell y'all, I've always been a working man. I'm a working brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm a family man now, but I've always worked. Even when I was doing things and helping people with things that I shouldn't have had nothing to do with, I was working a job. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out here playing, what I'm saying, like I was a street dude. I ain't never been that dumb. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was just being involved in myself and things I shouldn't have been involved in myself, and I wasn't all the way in. That's stupid. And some of y'all be getting yourselves into the things that, whew, man, that's just why I'm telling this story. So, boom, long story short, I ain't even gonna go back to say who I was working for because you could draw two and two together. But, fam, I'm sometimes letting my homeboy drop me off to work. You know what I'm saying? Go do it up. You feel me? I'm also a family member who actually was the friend of this person came into the picture. So they pulling on me. Oh, do this for me. Do this for me. And it's like, really, bro, when you don't have your own place to stay, you don't have a way to shut people out. And some people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's selfish." You gotta be selfish, especially when it's you and you ain't got nobody to like just give you something. Cause my grandmother gave me something, but I didn't know what to do with it. So it was, and she was states away. So the structure that she had in her life, she couldn't impart it onto me because she was states away. So I'm doing whatever. So I'm calling myself helping people out, and I'm noticing that every time I'm coming to pick, this person pick me up from work. I jump into my driver's seat, I drop him off. I'm realizing it ain't no gas in the car. It ain't no gas in the car. It ain't never no gas in the car. Like nobody that I let hold the car be putting gas in it, or a nigga slide you a five. You done had the car for 6 hours. I've been waiting on you. And this is family, of course. This is family. Y'all know how this go with family. Bruh, I got family members, they so cold, you get tired of them. You say no to something, they go to telling the higher ups, like the elders in the family, and they go to calling, oh, let him do this. It's a whole lot of pussy ass shit going on. And I ain't supposed to be cussing on live, but that's what was going on. And also, I wasn't focused enough to be like, yo, I need to focus on, what I'm saying, keeping myself straight, keeping this whip straight, and also keeping myself free to where I can do the job I need to do. Because at the time I dropped out of college to do this job. I'm really on a probationary stage if you really know how to process go working at where I worked at. So it was a lot of stuff going on. I was vocal on social media. Long story short, I end up quitting to not get fired because I wanted to get back into the city. And I feel like I was finessed, but I was told you might want to quit instead of us firing you because if we we're gonna have to go through a hearing since it's working for the city. We can't just fire you. We got to do a hearing, so you might as well just quit because we gonna fire your ass. You know what I'm saying? And I really now I look back at it, that probably wasn't true because I hadn't done anything crazy working there. My progress honestly was being stopped because I was just bruh. Just imagine living with somebody working at night and people having access to just bother you and get on and try to get your attention the whole time you're supposed to be sleeping. So it was a combination of me not noticing, yo, this is not a good situation for me. I should probably try to move out. I should probably try to get my own stuff. I'm really just like living, going out really for the first time, being promiscuous, you know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't it, honestly, because I stopped doing it because it was just like, I ain't this type of dude. This is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know what it was. I think I kind of got cocky because it was like the first good job that I had. I had a car. I was looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably about like 150 pounds lighter. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it was just, I think I was just feeling myself because I had been in such a position. I still was kind of in a position where it was like, damn, bro, like I really got to figure this shit out and I don't really know what I'm doing. So I stopped working for the city. I stopped working a city job. I really stopped working a full time job. Luckily, I did get to the point where I was working full time because I got myself 2 jobs. So I stopped working for them. That's going on. I get myself 2 jobs. I'm doing that. And I got finessed into getting one of them door to door jobs. I quit my 2 jobs again, living with somebody else because I had been put out because I'm over here breaking rules that I'm being told by the person I'm staying with to help people that don't care nothing about helping me. They're trying to help themselves. So I get myself put out. So we gotta, I end up moving with this person. I end up stop moving with the person because I ain't gonna lie to you. There was some times that people went to jail. I didn't go to jail because I wasn't doing nothing to go to jail, and I also wasn't there when the police came. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was getting feelings that stuff was gonna happen, so I boom, move out. You know what I'm saying? I start moving with, living with another cousin, You know what I'm saying? That's legit. And I got a date from her, like, okay, you can stay here till this. My stupid behind, I don't just keep doing what I'm doing, hustling. You know what I'm saying? I was spending the money that I was making. I was making a lot of money with them two jobs. I was working at a bakery, and I was working at Chick-fil-A. And they used to mess with me on the hours at Chick-fil-A because you know what I'm saying, I'm a good worker. So it was really like I'm getting like 25, 30 hours at Chick-fil-A, kind of like 20 hours working as a dishwasher at the bakery. The money was straight because like I didn't really like I was still a kid. Like I ain't need nothing really. Like I was like I was the type dude like bro I get in the whip. We might go to Orlando because we're in Tampa. I might go to Orlando. No change of clothes. Only a tank of gas. Like I was just this was just and I we really did this at a point in time. I had no money to refill the gas. No money to refill the gas, but I knew my car. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I'm working these two jobs, and I'm really being emotional. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like I want to really do what I was doing before. You know, so I'm gonna do all this. You know, I gotta get up. I'm going from 8 from like 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. But honestly, bro, now I think about it, that was the best option for me. If I was me today, oh man, I've been working them two jobs and man. So I stupidly get this door to door job, and I wasn't making no money, bro. I'm not no salesman like that. You know what I'm saying? I think there's different types of salesmen, but you gotta be a certain type of person to be able to sell vacuums to people in the hood. I ain't even gonna go into that, but it's my estimation that the people that hired me, they seen that I wasn't a sales guy. That's why they put me in the van where we was trying to knock on doors in the hood. So that ain't work out. That's a month. Boom, I'm homeless. I'm homeless, and boom, I think I got my job. I got another job. Boom, I'm homeless, but you know I had to move back with a family member that was committing crimes and wasn't really like he was looking out for himself and his interests, not with mine. And I was like, all right, so what I'm gonna do is, you know, I'm gonna finesse this. Long story short, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I done mixed the story up. I done mixed the story up. So rewind. I still had the two jobs. I still had the two jobs. I'm working at this bakery store, and working at Chick-fil-A, and I'm working hours where it's not like super long hours, so I'm letting my homeboy use the whip. It's still long enough hours though to where obviously he can do some damage on the car. I'm telling you, Chevy Geo Prison. I'm telling you, this is a car. I hit somebody in this car the second day that I had this car because I ain't gonna lie. I gotta take your word, Bill Fiji. Me and my cousin was smoking on some Al Green CDs, and I decided to drive, and I rear-ended an SUV. You know what I'm saying? So this car, like, this was like, I was stupid in this car. I drove inebriated in this car. Like, this was my car, bro. Like, this was like really something that was important to me because it was like, even though my dad helped me a little bit, like he threw in like 300, 400 to cover me with getting all the paperwork straight. The majority of the money, like I got it for myself, so I was really proud of myself. But at the same time, I was naive because I used to believe a lot of the things that family members would say to me as far as long story short, you gotta let family do what they want to do because they your family. Even though you really don't gotta do that, but I'm gonna tell you that because I got influence on you and I want you to do what I want you to do. So I'm gonna try to make you feel bad for wanting to do what you want to do and what's best for you. So there was a tug of war with that for me, and I feel bad because I didn't grow up around family. We don't live around family now because none of my family lives in the state that I grew up in because my dad moved me up there. So when I was down there with family, I was trying to build connections. And possibly I could say that I was trying to force connections because if anybody had done to these things to me that have been done to me in Florida, I would have never spoken to any of these people at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have gone way differently because I'm just not a dude that let people do me a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I'll be lonely before I let a nigga just treat me how they want to treat me because I gotta be around somebody. Like I don't gotta be around nobody, bro. I got a family. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta be around nobody. And like I know you do, but bro, some of these dudes these days, bro, they get you in weird situations, and as a family man, bro, with stuff to lose, I don't be even wanting to waste time because of situations like this, really. So long story short, bro, I'm trying to do my thing. You know, I'm really letting him drive the car because I need extra money. I need the green at a discount because I'm not making what I used to make. And that's just what it is. Like I'm basically getting free green to give rides. Money too, but like for real green because that's the currency. Like that's a good barter system if you really think about it. But the thing is, brother, the man hit two people in my car. Like not two people like pedestrians, but he hit two cars in my car. The first time he hit this person, I was at work. I was at work, and he said that he rear-ended somebody on like one of them streets that's like a highway, but it's not like a highway. It's just like a flat street with like 5 lanes. We got lanes. Like you people know about this. You live in like a big town. So he said that he got out the car. She was like, "Oh, you hit my car," and of course, this hood nigga tell her it ain't even got no damage. Da, da, da. And she said, "I know you still hit it though. I need your information." He ain't got no information. It's my car. When this lady got in the car, he sped away. So, also, my brother hit somebody. And you know what? I'm gonna tell that story. I'm gonna tell that story because it's about my first car. So, long story short, man, dude had a warrant. I ain't even gonna tell the story about why he had a warrant because I'm not a street dude, so I don't talk about street things. But it was a lot of street BS going on, and this is coming from a person that's not street. But it was a lot of BS going on, and I really wish that I wouldn't have been a part of it because I didn't feel safe. Like, and I'm not being facetious. So he has a warrant. He's still out here driving, even though the liquor store is around the corner. Like the liquor store is walking distance. Like not like 5-10 minute walking distance. No, like 2-3 minute walk type stuff. If you ran, you would get there in less than a minute. It's around the corner from where we stay at. This man doing the most. He's with his girl. I don't know why you doing all this. You are wanted. I don't even think that I okayed this. I think that me and my cousin was like in the garage, chiefing, and then it just like it was just we was chilling. We sitting down in AC when my brother went up in the house. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, you gotta come outside. You gotta come outside. What? What? Why I gotta go outside? I just hit somebody. And he got to make a police report because it's his work vehicle. Like it's not even his car. He worked at a mechanic and he just pulling up. I don't understand how you hit somebody in a parking lot that has about 5 parking spaces. What were you doing? So I don't know what was going on with dude. I don't know if he seen the play. I had to be the person that hit him. I had to be the person that hit him. The police came. I was shook. And this was one of those instances where I was like, this is a very fishy situation. This is a bad situation that I'm in. Why am I doing stuff like this? Well, I ain't learned my lesson when that happened. Move on. Like I said, people is not putting gas in the car. Like they giving me the car with like it's almost on E. This is a 97 Geo Prism in 2015, 2014, 2015. So Long story short, bruh, I'm driving to work with my homeboy. I'm driving to work with him because he about to drop me off and he gonna run with the whip and do his thing. Mind you, I just got back from out of town. I just got back from out of town because my grandmother, rest in peace, she was getting close to passing away. So just think about this. This man ran my whip rampant. Probably was putting $5, $10. Like a week after I'm back, bruh, we riding on the highway, coming off the interstate. The car starts sputtering. Boop, 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 boop. What was it? I don't know what happened. The alternator was done. The radiator was dead. It was over with. It was over with. We had to push the car off the interstate, cross one of them busy ass streets with all the lanes into the parking lot. I think somebody was tripping because we put it in the parking lot. They was tripping, and I had no car. I had to scrap that car. I think I paid. This was like I said. This was like a real quick hook. I paid like 1,200 to the dude that I paid for. I scrapped that car for like $80, bro. I did not have a car because I was letting other people use my stuff. It wasn't even putting enough care into it. Oh man, it wasn't putting enough thought into anything because it got to a point where it's like, dang, now no, neither of us got a ride. Neither of us got a ride because we was depending on this. Like, long story short, man, don't let people treat your stuff how they want to treat it. If they want to treat your stuff how they want to treat it, bro, don't let them use your stuff because, fam, don't matter what nobody say, you selfish, you don't do this, you don't do this. You right, I don't do it, and it's a reason that I don't do it, and you can't make me put myself on the back burner, make it harder for me, make my life harder because I gotta help you, bro. That's not real life because 9 times out of 10, them people is not gonna do that for you. The thing is, this person actually ended up threatening my life a couple of years later. Just to imagine, bro, you done helped this man make so much money because yes, you was giving me what you was giving me for helping you. It was not equal because I didn't. That's not how I made money. I'm not a street guy. That's not some type of income that I needed to make any ends meet. I was just helping somebody that I mess with as a friend, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Situations like that, it makes me look at people a certain way. It makes me harder to get closer to dudes because a lot of y'all just as conniving as women these days. And fam, I ain't got that time to think like just to be trying to think 80 steps in front of a grown man and trying to explain to a grown man that you need to communicate, you need to be accountable because it's like, bro, that's all you get into with a lot of guys these days because people think, oh, I got the argument. I can say whatever I want to say because we live in such a, what I'm saying, a relaxed, really childish society that I don't gotta be accountable. I could just make something up, and people that want to be around me for stuff that they can get off me. We could do that, but it's like, bro, I don't mess with that, bro, because at the end of the day, I'ma always figure it out. I'ma always figure out what I got to do to make sure my boat is floating as far as with the people that I'm with because ain't nobody gonna do it for you, and you gotta cherish certain things, man. Like it's a lot of stuff. These days, like, bro, I'm not. I wouldn't even be in a position to let somebody mess up my whip, to let somebody get in our car with something that they don't need to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell my boss, I was late because my friend don't give a damn about me, and he over at some girl house. He been over there and he won't come back. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't know when he gonna get to see her next, as if that's more important than my responsibilities with my stuff. And people will put ourselves in situations like that and then be mad, that you done got done wrong like that. You let yourself get done wrong like that. This ain't no charity, bro. This ain't no charity unless you an older person. You know what I'm saying? You've done the work that you need to do, or whatever your craft is. You can afford to maybe give stick your arm out and let somebody cut it off because you know you can grow it back. You know what I'm saying? You done set yourself up. But when you building your foundation, if niggas don't respect it, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be that person that's looking at life 5 years from now and you being mad. You mad at me because I said, you know what? I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna be lonely. But I'm gonna make me some money. I'm gonna do what I want to do with my girl, and we gonna do what we do. As to you mad at me because you think that you think you better than everybody because you don't, bruh. I just don't got time for the F stuff. Now, if you cared about yourself that much, you would have left too, or you would have disconnected yourself to a way that you can do what you need to do. You don't want to be that person that's mad at people because they chose themselves in life. You don't want to be that person. Because guess what? I chose myself. I continue to choose myself. And I don't care who's mad. I don't care who's mad because my family's happy. I don't really see how I could be at that wrong if my family's happy and I'm not committing crimes. I'm not screwing people over in business. I just work hard. We just work hard. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, bro, there is no feeling bad because everybody got to do what they got to do. We adults out here. And we got to get in that mindset that adults have to be held accountable. We're not children. Ain't no excuses. It ain't the white man, bro. Fam, if you ain't where you supposed to be, it's on you, bro. And if you want to look around and blame other people and, be mad that people did stuff to you because you let them, that's your problem. That's your problem. You're going to be stagnant. And a nigga like me, I ain't gonna want to talk to you because I got too much stuff to do to hear somebody that don't want to succeed. Why? You know what I'm saying? You let people do you a certain type of way. You take it on the chin. You keep moving, and don't let it happen again. All this get back and all that other stuff. That is for women. It's for women and it's for young women. It's not for adult women. It's not cool. You don't look good. Even if the majority say you do, you look like a fool, and you really know that down deep down. So don't put somebody in a position for you to call them a fuck nigga when you already knew that they had a fuck nigga tendency. Don't do that. You still gonna be the dummy in the situation. I promise you. We out.